2023-24 season Bundesliga title was won in a manner never before achieved by Leverkusen with an unbeaten domestic season. The question that has to now be asked is how to repeat such feats? After their dramatic Super Cup success against Stuttgart, with Alonso still on board and the majority of the squad from last season's brilliant campaign sticking around, Bayern will set themselves the achievable task of defending their Bundesliga crown as well as a decent run deep into the revamped UEFA Champions League. Spirits remain high in Stuttgart this summer despite losing some key performers over the summer, given their sensational past campaign that saw them rise from relegation contenders to runners-up. There is a real sense of anticipation at seeing how Hoeneß's side get on this time around. Stuttgart will want to enjoy the unexpected chance their superb last season gave them to play in the Champions League, while doing everything they can to replicate their last season Bundesliga form. The Vincent Kompany era begins at Bayern, with the Bavarian Giants opting for the Belgian to guide them back to winning ways following the oddity of a trophy-less season at the Allianz Arena. New coach or not, Bayern's fans will be expecting their side to sweep aside all before them this season. Bayern, as ever, will be among the favorites to regain their Bundesliga crown. Leipzig fell short of mounting a serious title challenge last season, although the Champions League group stage regulars will be juggling on three fronts once more in the new campaign after finishing fourth domestically in 2023-24. Head coach Marco Rose has largely the same squad stacked with talent to play with. Another top four finish is the bare minimum requirement, but there's no doubt the quality is there to challenge Leverkusen and Bayern for top honors. Nuri Şahin takes center stage as Dortmund's new head coach. He will focus on helping BVB shake off the disappointment of a fifth-place finish last season and help the side reproduce some of the star performances that got them to a Champions League final in June. Of course, the Black-Yellows will look to challenge for a first Bundesliga title win in what would be 13 years. Frankfurt showed flashes of brilliance in a transitional season under coach Topmöller in 2023-24, ultimately finishing sixth to secure a return to the UEFA Europa League they won 2 years ago. Retaining their top six status will be top of the list for Eintracht, and if things really click, they might even fancy their chances of breaking into the Champions League qualification places. Hoffenheim finished just a point back from Frankfurt in seventh. Pellegrino Materazzo's charges picked up some big scalps along the way, but now face the challenge of juggling domestic and European football in his second full season at the helm. If Hoffenheim are part of the European equation again at the business end, they'll consider the season a roaring success. Much will depend on how they manage the additional workload of the Europa League. Heidenheim were one of the shocks of the season in 2023-24. Their meteoric rise in the German game soared even higher as they finished in 8th and made the UEFA Conference League playoffs. Losing key players has made the task of replicating that form a formidable one, but Frank Schmidt and his charges will relish the chance to upset the odds again. Playing in the Bundesliga remains a remarkable achievement for a club of Heidenheim's stature. The aim will be stretching their stay in the top flight to another season by securing safety. Werner leads Bremen into their third consecutive season back in the Bundesliga, making his tenure the longest of any current coach exclusively in the division. Improving on a 13th-placed finish in 2022-23 to 9th last time was encouraging, and a quiet summer in the transfer market will give hope of another solid campaign. Bremen will be hoping to be able to land in the European spots this time around, but another steady showing will be the main focus. The Black Forest Club will take a step into the unknown this season, as they compete for the first time since 2010-11 without Strike in the dugout. Freiburg will aim for the transition to run as smoothly as possible after keeping their squad largely intact over the summer. Given this season will be the first in 3 without European football, Freiburg might hope to seal a return to the continent, but it doesn't suit their down-to-earth outlook to make that two-set name, when giving Schuster space to settle into the hot seat will be key. There is optimism in the air in Augsburg with the hope that Thorup can build on a promising start as coach, with the Bavarian outfit's 11th place marking their highest finish to a season since 2014-15. Much depends this time on how a whole host of new signings settle. Augsburg may have solid reasons for optimism, but patience will no doubt be required after so many new signings. Steering well clear of relegation danger again will count as a success, after hauling Wolfsburg clear of relegation danger when taking charge towards the end of last term. Hasenhüttl will be eager to get more out of his side in the coming campaign. The Wolves are aiming high, with ambitions to challenge for a European qualification spot with powerful attacking football. A 9-match unbeaten run to end last season under new coach Bo Henriksen steered Mainz clear of relegation danger. They will hope to build on that momentum from the start of the new campaign despite some loss of steel. Survival will be the focus again, with a comfortable mid-table position, not an unrealistic hope. Gladbach coach Sion has dismissed talk of the Foals being under pressure at the start of the current campaign, but has said they need to improve on their 14th place finish last season, which saw them just a point above the relegation playoff spot. C1 says Gladbach have 9th place as their aim for the campaign, which would mark a return to the top half of the table for the first time in 4 seasons. After the drama and difficulty of last season, fans of Eisenan will be hoping for a new era of stability under Bo Svensson. The Dane was known for his bold and intense pressing approach at Mainz. After the highs of UEFA Champions League qualification in 2022-23 and the lows of a relegation scrap last time around, Union will gladly settle for anywhere in the middle of those two extremes this time. After scrambling their way off the ropes in a relegation playoff to secure Bundesliga safety by the very narrowest of margins against Fortuna Düsseldorf, Bochum returned to business with some significant changes. Zeidler is the new man in the hot seat. Bochum will aim for safety, in less dramatic circumstances this time. After a 13-year absence, one of Germany's most fascinating clubs are back amongst the elite. They will have to compete without Fabian Hürzeler, who masterminded their transformation from 16th-placed relegation battlers in December 2022 to Bundesliga 2 champions. Alexander Blessin steps into Hürzeler's rather large shoes. The Hamburg-based outfit will be looking to stay in the Bundesliga and, if possible, avoid a tight relegation battle. After knocking on the door of promotion several times over the past few years, Kiel finally secured their maiden German top-flight appearance courtesy of a consistent second-tier campaign. Now it remains to be seen whether Marcel Rapp's men, and now the Bundesliga's northernmost club, can compete amongst the elite. As they embark on this new adventure, Kiel's objective is simple: survive.